8?
If you curse within the first 8 seconds, you're banished in the algorithm.
Ooh.
Learning more every day. 1, 2, 3.
5.
Who did that? Who was that? Everybody's pointing at everybody anyways.
My mic is way down, so that's not me.
Would you like to clap again, sir?
No, we're good. We'll just roll with that. What just happened is I was discussing no cursing in the first 8 seconds, and I mean the first word come out was a bad one. It's like you tell the 5-year-old, hey, don't do that, and he sticks that fork in that socket anyways. It's like, I told you about it. Thank God I kicked you off of there real hard.
Joey!
Okay, so a pressing issue. Our Bigfoot.
What happened, bud?
Spring break? y'all ain't go doing spring break this week?
Did anyone even notice you were anything different here in Florida?
Well, I think that's where the problem started, was everyone thought I was different. So I tried to be the same. Started with the legs, got a little out of control, and now here we are. So, good thing. And my hair grows relatively quick, so we'll be back.
Where do you even like spring break at?
Here and there.
But that's not a where.
But here and there.
He's sick of that bear pussy. He wanted some human. Give me some human. And where did you find, are the tattoos, was that a drunk mistake, or are you taking that home proudly?
Stacy made me do a lot of this.
Stacy Made Me Do should be its own show, right?
I only said, let's do spring break. He said, let's do it right. I said, all right, let's do it. And he got everything I got here.
The White Claws are a bitch.
They can't handle his liquor. No? Now you got snow cone shorts, which are actually kind of rad.
Yeah, I like that. They're not yellow snow cones, though. It'd be tip-top, but the shorts are yellow. I think they're yellow.
Yeah.
I'm colorblind. It could be like a very light green.
They're hot pink.
Then I'm not that bad.
Definitely yellow.
Well, you look very svelte. I expected more muscle.
It's hot.
You're like Daniel Cormier. Like, he shouldn't be a good UFC fighter, but then the boy kicks some ass.
Yep. Try it out. See what happens.
You would never think that from Cormier.
No.
He looks like he could give birth.
And he's little.
Yeah, he's
compared.
Yeah, little guy with a huge gut.
And just took fools, just dominated. I loved him. I thought he was
Didn't
fantastic.
dominate.
Well, Jones had his number. Somebody's got everyone's number. Like Joey's got your number. Everyone's got somebody's number.
You know Roy Jones is fighting
and the whole
again
world is
tonight?
tuning out.
Is he really?
Yeah, Roy Jones is fighting at 9 o'clock.
Who's he fighting?
Some guy. I never heard of the guy.
I saw that. Anthony Pettis, UFC, right?
It's like George Masvidal's
Boxing league.
Yeah, his boxing deal. And like, is this an exhibition fight, or is Jones actually going in to fight?
No, he's going in to fight, and there's all these legends. Belfort's fighting, and there's I wish I just saw it.
Roy Jones is actually entering a competitive boxing match where it's not, hey, we're not going to try to knock each other out.
No, with Anthony Pettis, ex-UFC superstar. Yeah, they're fighting.
Isn't Masvidal's promotion bare knuckle?
No.
I thought it was.
No, it's like Mosby something.
Oh, it's Game Bread.
Game Bread. Yeah, there you go.
But is it bare knuckle, or are they still using gloves at least?
Oh, no, it's boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So funny thing about him, though, is I used to do a show called Pros versus Joes. And so they pit like normal people who think, oh, I could take on that pro. And when they retire, they can come on the show and just make a bunch of money. So I, no lie, actually got to get into a ring with him in a boxing ring and go at him. And so
Roy Jones.
I've been in a boxing ring. I've stood across with an audience and a crowd, and the bell rang, and my heart was thundering. And I was like, because I can't box. You know, I'm athletic, but I wasn't. Roy, dude, that guy has some of the sickest knockouts of all time. Anyway, so the bell rings. No, so here's my strategy. I go, fuck, bell rings. I go, you got 5 minutes. I go, I can do 5 minutes. I just go at that dude, and I just start swinging and trying to keep a hand up, which, by the way, anyone try to do that, it's fucking exhausting. Just doing this is going to kill you in boxing. Anyway, hit him for about 5 minutes. He got a couple jabs, nothing bad. Now, granted, I'm not saying he was giving 100%. He was definitely like, holy fuck, this kid's not going to. And then at the very end, the director goes, okay, you can hit him now, sir. So no, this is the moment I realized I'm not a fighter. Okay, I stand there. My gloves weren't all the way up; they were here. He goes, "You can hit him." His arm, you know how he dangles his arm like way down, like so far. You're like, that thing came up and hit me in the head before I was starting to go. He hit. And he hit me. He hit me a second time by the time I actually went to move fists up. And then he goes, okay, that's enough. I was literally a millisecond from him knocking me out with 3 straight jabs. And it was the most lightning, insane experience of my life. And I stood there and I went, okay, that's why I don't professionally box, you know?
Yeah, that's why.
Is there a video of this out there anywhere?
It's a show called Pros vs. Joes, and they used me as the demo Joe. So like they basically tested everything on me. It beat the crap out of me for 2 years. I've been against all these professional athletes, just get my ass kicked like a stunt double, you know?
So is there the video?
I don't. There has to be. Yeah, I've never looked for it, to be honest.
Yeah, you should try and
What if-
find that,
Pop,
man.
pop, pop. Like
So I forgot I just got
I was-
beat a shit ton
it was a little embarrassing back in the day, but now I'm like, oh my God, you know who I stood in the ring against? Like
Yeah.
that's legendary. Yeah.
Now, I don't know why Roy would do something like that because, like, once he got knocked out, the first time when Tarver put him down,
Yeah.
he never recovered his whole career. Then he started getting knocked out by scrubs. Like he fought Glenn Johnson next for like a tune-up match. Glenn Johnson KOs him, but you can see he's like gun shy. He won't engage. He's not going on the offense anymore. He's just sitting back on the ropes, and it was sad to see his career go that way because he was so good. But man, that's cool. I would like to get hit by Mike Tyson one time. Like with a glove on.
I would like to.
Yeah,
I would
just-
like to see you get hit by Mike Tyson
No,
once.
wouldn't it be cool to just say you know what that power felt like?
Nope.
Ooh, I like
I agree. I actually agree with that.
Nope.
I like my brain. I like my
Hell
life.
no.
Yeah, you could be vegetable after one hit. That's like.
No, he wouldn't do you that bad. I mean, like,
Oh, where are you getting hit though? Where are you getting
you
hit?
get hit right in the jaw. Bro.
Oh, my
You're getting
God.
crushed. Left hook, bro.
I want a
Tyson.
car to hit me is basically what you're asking. Like even retired Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Tattoo
but
face
trying
Mike Tyson.
to, I would like him to come in so you could try to hit him and jab back because his head movement is like, he never got credit for that. And I thought his head movement was some of the best in the sport, like ever. The weight when Mike Tyson was coming in because he was so short, these taller guys, you know, got the advantage because they're taller, but when they're trying to jab him, his head's over here. So, you know, it's back and forth, and then left hook.
Yeah.
And if you can survive that, because dude, he fucked people's brains up, and okay, so I talked to a lot of Dolphin fans, and they're like, oh well, Tua's brain's gonna be like mush. It's like, bro, boxers are getting fucking knocked out all the time, and nobody says shit. It ain't like Tua's having worse concussions.
Yeah, but that's I would say there's a difference, but football is definitely hardcore dangerous. But the quarterback should stand the best chance of not getting popped helmet on helmet or just anything totally
but-
brutal.
But fucking look at like Leon Spinks and shit, people that Tyson crushed.
Yeah.
They didn't go down the first time. And you know they were fucking knocked out then. They just got back up, and then they get it again. And then again. And it's like, oh, my God, dude. Backside of your brain.
Yes, but I think in that position, if you are an athlete, I would keep getting back up. I would be too proud that first time, and now I'd be brain dead. You know,
You both just want to get hit by these people.
I don't want to get hit.
No, I'd like to get, but I would like to see Floyd Mayweather's speed. You know what I mean? Like, just to be able to. I don't think I could beat Roy or beat Mike or beat Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, he could beat him.
preposterous. Yeah, that's about it. But to be able to actually know what it's like to try to hit these people and then moving away and being shifty because you watch it on TV and they make it look so fucking easy.
Right.
It's like anybody can do this, but you're not seeing the 5 a.m. 2-hour runs, you know, and all that work goes into it. But like, I would fight Conor McGregor. I think I could beat that dude's ass.
Once again, I would pay. I would
see
do
if
the
we can make
pay-per-view
that
I
for
would
that.
I would actually not be afraid in that fight.
$72.
We should make that work out.
We should.
I wonder if
I'll
it
pay
could.
to
If
watch
you ever,
that.
You're
if we ever
listening
get big
now.
enough, I would fight Conor McGregor. I will fight you, dude. I just want to see.
If he
if
ever gets
you-
big enough for
No, if we, if like I
That's
ever
the
made
call out
enough,
there.
yeah, made enough name of myself, I would love to fight you, just to see. I don't think he's that good.
Jesus.
this
No,
like-
or he's
Whoa.
lost his head
No, or
from
you-
losing and being hurt, like accident, horrible hurt. That changes you. That his leg, dude. He's walking and puffing, but I'm gonna be real surprised he comes back.
Have
and
you
he
seen
actually,
Have you seen him lately?
Oh yeah, he's buffed up. He's like
He's
200
jacked.
pounds, 190 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's jacked.
But still, dude, like
made enough.
Nate Diaz.
Retire.
Nate Diaz fucked him up. Nate Diaz, bro, he's just like street fighting,
Yeah.
except for his ground game. Besides
You're
that,
gonna
it's
go in and
slapping
just pick up
people.
the pieces.
He's just high as fuck. He just doesn't care, And that dude, where's his credit? Endurance athlete, unbelievable endurance athlete.
Oh, the chin on him.
Yeah, but I think that comes with that endurance part of it. People say it's with the strength, that durability. If you can do that, like he'll just do marathon and then do it again, or a triathlon and do it again. That's insane. That's next level, Lance Armstrong before the testicles, right?
Right.
Just amazing.
Before the testicles.
No, they all. What do they all have? Like now, imagine being a Bigfoot. Imagine having that times 10.
I don't have to imagine.
Well, so what's it like watching our sports? And do you just laugh the whole time that we're so slow and breakable?
These videos of you getting your ass beat by Roy Jones, yes.
We gotta find that. Somebody please find Pros versus Joes.
Oh God, no.
Roy Jones beats RPG down.
Right.
I got
I'm
long
gonna
hair.
find a link, and it's gonna be in the description.
Okay, we gotta find something. We gotta find something, dude.
Yeah, I know we sidebarred so much, but I actually went in against Randy Couture as well. Randy Couture
wow.
in the octagon, and once again I went in and I was like, oh my God, this is like light heavyweight champ, heavyweight champ. This dude is at that point he was the most badass man on earth. And I'm like, okay, all I'm going to do is when we come flying at each other, I'm just going to shove him. Because I just want to see if I could even move him. I figure he's going to run me over. So I come out, and I hit him, and he goes flying. Now, I must have been so scared and fired up that I just threw everything at him because I thought I was going to get flattened. He went flying, and then I just remember the look in his eyes. It was one of the worst mistakes of my life because basically it gave him you can do this for real. Let's go. And I went, oh, here we go. And then for the next 10 minutes, he put me in the craziest fucking positions I've ever been in, having me scream, which could be also good footage. And dude, like arm bars, leg bars, ankle locks, and just going, hey, is that good? That's good. All from that opening push. And then afterwards, the director who saved me from getting my ass kicked by Jones, he looks and he goes, you just made this extra special. Thank you very much for being that dumb. And that was it.
So what was the point of putting you in there to warm up with these guys? Like,
they wanted to test it out. So all these dudes come in and they think they're like me. Like, oh, I could take like you saying, I could fight Connor. Like, there's a lot of people like that. So those guys come in, but they needed someone of similar to them. Some were faster, strong, everything, but a well-rounded dude to just test these things on. They wanted to see, is Randy just going to crush someone? So they said, go at him. They did say go at him, but don't, we weren't really fighting.
So what happened when Randy actually went at the dude? What happened when Roy actually went at the dude that they were fighting, not you?
Well, because remember how he almost knocked me out? So
Yeah.
they had a deal. They said, listen, some of these guys do have boxing experience, but feel it out because you would have just killed this dude. And he's like, I don't think anyone here is going to. So he kind of, it's just a different level. Like,
Yeah,
he had no fear, like none. And these guys that thought they could, they weren't that good, So I think it was just such a different.
But you were one of the guys who thought you could, or
No, I was one of the guys that just wanted to know. Like Stacy's saying, there's nothing crazy about saying I want to fight Connor. Saying I would beat him, I fucking love your machismo. But yeah, that's crazy to me. I'll get in with anyone for the experience. And I'll tell you, I pushed Randy Couture, and he fucking went flying. If I was ever trained, I believe I could have stood a chance against him wrestling. No problem. And that's me being cocky. But because I've shoved him. Once we got rolling, no, ragdolled, like effortlessly ragdolled.
Wow.
that would be what I would expect from that.
Because, like, I'd like to catch a pass from Dan Marino or throw a fucking pass to Tyreek or something like that. Just like something you, as an experience, you want to see how hard that ball's coming out of this motherfucker's
You would have loved it. You would have been great at it. Most
That'd
of
have
you,
been
you're all
fucking
athletes.
cool,
You would have
man.
been great at it. You would have been great.
What a cool ass show. I bet people got hurt though.
Oh, I did it for 2 years, and it broke me so bad that I felt like I had been into a car wreck every time I'd come home from work. And I said, I'm getting too old for this shit. And it's not a one-person job. They should have had multiple people. They should have brought you in for boxing, me in for this, somebody else in for that. But I was just thrown in at all of it. It was, dude, Darryl Strawberry was out there on the mound hitting balls up into the air that were going up out of the stadium, getting caught in the wind and coming down. And I'm fucking full sprint, leaping dives, catching that shit, and just showing off, trying to be the best Joe I can. Dude, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Wow.
If you're an athlete, it was 2 years of the best experience of my athletic life. But then that was it. I was done with being an athlete after that. Broken. Anyway, Bigfoot, ghosts, aliens,
Yeah.
athletes.
Right.
Well, no. So I guess the reason everybody tuned in, the title the time Finding Bigfoot thought they found a Bigfoot. It's more of RPG talking, but I'm sure you people are going to love it. So you have to walk us through this story. You have to tell us all this stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Are we going to play it as I do it, like a talk through as we're watching, or just explain it and then we'll...
Let's just play it through. What y'all think? Just play it through and y'all can ask questions.
It's like 10 minutes, though. It's
That's fine.
You sure?
We got like 40 left.
No. We just did 50 talking about boxing and football.
So,
Talking
Look at
no
Matt's
Bigfoot
pissed at
all.
us. He's like, what the fuck, guys? You invited me here to, some cryptids.
It's April Fool's Day.
Matt's like,
And
I
as the
don't
new person
know.
of the group, I've been through some things today. And I'm just here. I'm pretty sure I have a pulse.
You're looking like Ray Charles over there right now.
Well, that light is really killing my one good eye. So that's why I put it on.
Okay.
And I figured it'd look cool with the new hat.
Oh, it does look good. It
That's
fits
a
your...
nice hat.
Yeah.
It is.
what kind of hat is that? Oh, that's some OutKast paranormal hats, everybody. You
Some
can
hat.
see them up here on the table. Y'all can get one of those things,
You
by the
sure
way.
can.
Yep, go to the merch store.
And we'll have them available at the Great Florida Conference in person.
That's right. And you can get one worn and autographed by Bigfoot himself or herself or they self.
Him, herself?
You better watch it.
I think Bigfoot's a they them.
He, him.
I think he's a they, yeah, they, them is good.
I seen something. It was they thems of the universe. It was like this overweight He-Man that like you couldn't really tell. It was a guy, but it was kind of dressed like a girl, but still dressed like He-Man. It's pretty funny.
It's like
That's awesome.
Pat on an SNL.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, that was the first one. That's like everybody's like, who the hell is that? A guy or a girl? I'm like, it's a little kid
Oh, dude.
getting groomed by Saturday Night Live. You damn groomers.
Monty Python used to dress up all the time. They're some of the best. Like, it's always been around. It's no
yeah,
big
but
deal.
back then it was like more like satire. Now it's an agenda. That's the issue that I have.
Yeah. Who cares? It's your own business. Enjoy it.
Yeah,
Do whatever the hell
hey,
you
man,
want.
whatever
That's
you
another
wanna
thing.
do.
I don't understand. It's like we don't have no rights. You have the same rights I do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have the right to do whatever you. I don't give a damn. You leave me alone, bro. Leave my children alone while you're at
Yeah.
it. Shit.
But have fun. Have fun. Live your life. I like all the amazing characters of the world. Like, Bigfoot being one of them. Angry
I believe
Matt.
We all
They,
have
them.
the same right.
Angry Matt.
Angry Matt over there. Ray Matt Charles over there. Anyway, wait, sorry. So, yeah.
Yeah, we really got sidetracked, but it was a good thing too, because now Max is in position.
Oh, good. All right, Max.
We got IMAX back here running the damn
That's
It's
right.
true, man. The
Run the
budget that
laptop.
we put into this episode for you guys is
through the roof. You notice the TV with the logo on it, right?
Yep.
look at that thing.
The government tried so hard to kill Joey's sperm, but one got through.
One of them got through.
One super dude. Anyway, yeah. So let's get this going. Let's roll. Okay. So this is a crazy memory on Finding Bigfoot. What you're seeing now is an infrared camera in Turner, Maine, and I'm talking. It was so wet this night that the clouds had
Moist.
actually dripped. Super moist. The clouds were touching the ground like my tongue to the mic, and it was just saturated with this okay, so there's an old logging trail that headed down out of the backside of this property. On this property, a young boy filmed a squatch walking. If you might be familiar with it, it's called the Turner, Maine Bigfoot video, and it's wailing. Started a bunch of interesting conversations like, do Bigfoot have feelings? Do they have emotions? Are there special needs Bigfoot? Because it had a real interesting way it was walking around, not to be judgmental.
I am one.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's growing up under the power lines. They say you got to stay away, buddy.
It's a true story. I'm a special needs Bigfoot.
So this kid put the video out, and people like us, all right, this is great, the newest one. Whoa, that's crazy. What is it? But in his school, he got tore apart. So bullying, like just the shame game at America's highest level. So the good thing about reality TV sometimes is we come in, we put them on TV, suddenly no one's picking on them anymore. That was kind of cool. Is that really real? And now you've started the conversation, which is really all we can hope to do. So we showed up in solidarity and we went, and they went out and they heard vocalizations, tree knocks, all this crazy shit in the night. So we knew they were there, plus the video, plus these which seemed credible witnesses, and they come back in. And my theory was, okay, so we just acted like a lure, like fishing with this beautiful lure in the woods at night, and we come back stinking, smelling, cursing, whatever. And then I went into the water, into the woods, into the darkness. So I'm down the trail a little bit, and I what happens is I get there and I bring 2 apples and I leave offerings to these our brothers, and one of them I took the apple and I went to throw it in the tree, or I went to throw it this way, and it hit a tree and fell to the ground right next to me, and I was like, oh, I look like a dumbass. I turned and I threw it down the logging road. So I'm standing, that video is actually me, and you see I'm on a logging road that goes down, and where it turned, there was about this much water. Okay, now it is the darkest ass night I have ever been in the woods in all my years of squatching and ghost hunting and, you know, jerking off while letting 100 mosquitoes bite me at the same time. It's amazing. Don't try it. And
Order of a year.
which you do all the time, I can imagine.
Don't worry about what I do.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and what happens is Mike Geschwin, who we called in the show Talking Baby, he's
Oh God.
yeah, listen, he's a genius. He's Joe James's youngest brother. They're just a family of geniuses, great people. And but he's little, like he's just naturally small. And sidebar, every time I've gone out with him, just him and I, we've had action. Certain people trigger. No, well, I mean, you know, he puts out too.
Good
But
old action.
certain people are triggers. Like Matt, you are. It happens around you. It doesn't necessarily happen around me, but I can put myself in the right spot. This guy made shit happen. So we're here it again. Okay, we're like the greatest team. Can you tell me how much time is left? Is there any way to? Because at about, what are we at? Okay, we got a little time. It's at about 5 that something happens that almost changed the landscape of Bigfoot forever. So he's walking along, okay?
Who's filming this?
This is Mike Geschwin, Talking Baby.
Oh, on the thermal.
Yeah, or Trash Bag
Okay,
Baby.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
we had a lot of really nice names for him. So he's walking along and he's therming, because I told him he's my only confidant. I'm like, dude, they're here. I'm going to go out. Like, you know, I'm going to do this. So I'm in the woods, and to get them to communicate with me, I took my headset off, put it down. I took my phone out, showed it to the woods, put it down. I'd let them know I have no weapons, nothing. Now, I also just so happen to be wearing a Jack Sparrow. You know the Jack Sparrow dreads? Like, I used to dress up on set. I got a dress-up thing, you know? Listen, I could have gone serial killer or unbelievably nice guy. So I went the nice guy route. And so I'm out there in the Jack Sparrow with this thing. So if you see me in the film and there's close-ups at the end, for a second, the hair's over my shoulders, so it looks like I have no neck. It looks like I'm jacked. And when you're pumped and you're on Finding Bigfoot, and you're like, holy fucking shit. So at about this time, Mike is starting to, like, his heart's starting to hammer in his chest, because he's like,
And so he just panned down there to the rest of the crew, right?
no, he was coming down the wood line, and as he's coming down, I'm sorry, he did not know about this. I'm sorry, he did not know about this. He's coming down the wood line just looking, and he sees me out there. So he reaches out. Anybody out there? Anybody in the woods? And there's no answer, because I don't have my headset in, and nobody else is in the woods. Like, no, we're fucking eating. Shut up, you know? Shut up, trash bag. And so he starts going down, and he sees this, and because of the shadow, because he knew they were there, because everything, he starts to go, holy crap. Can I see the time again there, IMAX? Okay, so get ready. Now, so he's like, oh my God, we found it. We found it. Oh my God, we're going to be famous. This is amazing. And right in that orgasmic moment, a rock throw. A fucking rock throw. Now, in that moment, he's like, and he's orgasming for the first time. Puberty, yes. And he literally comes over the radio and he goes, guys, we got him. And he's like, pumped, like the kind of pump that you're like, because, you know, you don't expect it to happen, and all of a sudden somebody comes on, no, I got him. So it ripples through the camp, everyone, and Moneymaker, Matt Moneymaker, yes. And he's down at the end, okay? And he's being interviewed. By the way, Matt Moneymaker, when he delivers, is genius. That guy needs his own show called Moneymaker Knows Best, and you literally put him in like neurosurgery, and he would tell a neurosurgeon like what he's doing right and what he's doing wrong. The dude's amazing. But anyway, so he hears, and he's like, what? Why are you interrupting me? I finally had the flow, you know? And he's just, and it's like, they found it. They found what? They got Bigfoot. Mike has Bigfoot on cam right now. What? Really, what? You know, where? And so he's waddling over. Where's my fucking walking poles, you know? And he gets over there, and he actually...
walking poles.
No, he's goddamn, where are these PAs? And so he comes over, and he looks, and he, give me that. Takes the camera, and he looks. And then all that energy, all that bravado, all that I'm the king of this fucking Bigfoot world calms down, and he goes, Mike, you fucking did it. Holy shit. we got Bigfoot. So now you got you got the PA and you got the king of the show, seeing this, and they're just watching this, and they're like, oh my God. And he just looks at me and goes, I got a rock throw, and Moneymaker is just like, Mike, you're going to be famous like me.
Identical twins.
I know. We're like twins, except you're Danny DeVito, Anyway, so we're watching, and they're just so for a few minutes, they are floating in what we all hope to come across in all these adventures, is you just get to enjoy it happening, and you just go, wow, right? It almost brings tears to your eyes. It's like seeing your baby born or... Anyway, so they're in this moment floating, and the whole camp, that crazy frenetic energy, the camp just kind of calms down as everyone realizes, holy shit. Now remember, most of that film crew, which is my own, they're all amazing, super talented. I fucking love them. Best time of my life. But they weren't believers. And that's the biggest problem that show had. It was being run by people that, no, it's bullshit. And we all know, intention is fucking key, right? Yep. And I tried to tell them that years ago, shut up, hippie, go hug a tree. I was like, can I fuck it? And they're like, fine. So,
which is why he was out there to begin with?
No. So imagine being those people, right? Never mind being us who love it and are totally into it. Imagine being the non-believer going, holy shit, they're real. Like, they're real. That in that moment, you want to be them. It's a bigger fucking moment for them. So now there you can see, and you kind of see like it's a little weird. And now they're gonna actually at the end, like, look, he's doing sign language. They have a hand language they use in the dark. Like
He's
literally
on his phone.
They have a hand. No, I have no phone. I have nothing. But I'm doing like weird. It's just weird. And now at some point, somebody, Moneymaker goes, wait.
He's wearing a satchel.
Who is that? Where's RPG? And then they literally like RPG, and then you'll see there's a moment where I actually turn and because I hear him, because dude, I'm interacting.
There's the dread. I see it.
No, they thought. Look at it. Look, there it is.
Oh, you are.
There it is. Yeah, that's me. I turned out to be Bigfoot. But the irony is that Bigfoot was there. This thing. Okay, to finish the story, I threw that second apple. It hit the water. I got down into a submissive pose where I put my palm face up so that they could come and they could rub their hands across it like a grade 8, because nobody fucking knows it works, but I'm out there trying. But what did I do? I set intention. I got super humble. I took everything off, and I asked for a genuine experience. And no doubt, on that darkest night and creepiest night of my life in those woods, something walked out, kaploosh, kaploosh in that water, and you heard it pick the apple up, and kaploosh, kaploosh, fucking silence. And remember, I'm the only one there. They're all back. If this thing wanted me, dead, because I couldn't even see. I couldn't see this far in front of me. So all of a sudden, I start shaking, like an earthquake runs through me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a chicken shit. Like, I'm learning more. I thought I was brave enough to do this. So right when I dial it back in, I'm like, okay, what can I do next? So what do you do next, right? There's something there. What happens? So I started picking up little stones and throwing them just to try and get it to do something. And it was, I don't know how many I threw, but all of a sudden as I was throwing, I started to notice that just as mine would land out there, something would land right near me. And my eyes must have went owl eyes, I must have just, and then I did one more, and then two more, and then it stopped. And but it's so subtle. Like, I'm sharing that with you guys now. That's part of the story I usually live out, But it was real, man. I remember it, and I remember being that close to them, and that happened a lot on that show. But that is arguably the greatest moment, because so after that, Mike is the sweetest, kindest, nicest dude like ever. Like, I love you, Mike. If you ever listen to this, that's the first time I've ever seen him angry, and that's the first time I was ever afraid of him, because he was pissed. Matt, you know that dream you have where you win the lottery and you wake up and you're like, "Fuck, I didn't win the lottery." You're like I knew I. He thought he had saved the show. He thought he was going to be world famous. We were all going to, we did it.
He thought we wasted the good surprise on you, RPG.
Oh, dude, he punched me. He actually punched me in the shoulder, and I was like, oh my God, he's really mad at me. And I went, dude, I was having a real experience. No, you were fucking with us. I was like, I swear to Christ. And I didn't get fired over it. I explained what had happened, and then I was never allowed to do that again, which of course I never did again.
You're never allowed to go out by yourself again. Stay with the rest of us.
Anyway, sorry, that long, but that is, nobody has, we were always going to do something with that. So I want to thank you guys for making this possible, because this is just another amazing part that happened on an adventure that was never shared, just buried away. So take for it what it is, but it was a beautiful moment. And yeah, Mike Geshua, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
That was such an incredible story.
The one time
I'm
they
gonna take off my
almost found
glasses.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man. That was really funny.
Yeah,
That, was,
dude.
that put me in a great mood.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I missed it. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this. I haven't felt the vibe that I had on that show, which is the greatest unfilmed show of all time. It even almost tear me up right now. But we have that. And if we don't stop and we just keep doing our crazy shit, we will get that. And
Why
we'll,
does he always go to some sappy fucking love story at the end
Thanks,
of it?
Mom.
God! If you just be better people.
Oh, I love you guys. All right, I fucking love you guys. Whatever.
You are my favorite people in the whole world.
So yeah, what did Bobo say to you? Like, I know they all personally probably come by and took stabs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, because they all believed it.
Oh, everyone, even Chad, went, shit, no way. No fucking way.
Wow.
Yeah, no, everyone was in because it took long enough, and yeah, it was electric. It was electric. It was truly the moment we're all waiting for.
But I bet they were all pissed off because of that. Because it was hey, you got some, pulled out. Nah, you ain't got shit. It's like that guy with the dollar bill on the commercials.
Right.
I almost got it.
Nobody likes RPG anymore. They're all,
Ultimate
fuck
April
you, dude.
Fool's joke.
For an April Fool's Day, this is actually perfect. I wish I was that cool and fun and smart. I wasn't. I literally was having one of the best experiences of my life. And then Matt literally, like, because dude, he's just money. He should be in politics, right? It all. I knew it. And he walks off like he knew the whole time. I knew it.
Wow.
Oh, dude, it was so classic.
Yeah, like when I had my sighting in California with Justin, I had a thermal in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
We were just looking at these bear cubs, and that's what brought us off the road. We're like, hey, let's get close to the cubs, and we get really good thermal footage of them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like 2014. So we creep through the woods. I run up on this thing. He pulls me back screaming bear, but it like runs across this field, and you can see it's actually not a bear at all. And I'm watching it with my eyes, and it's recording. Camera's recording right at the fucking ground. And Justin's like, you got it, you got it, you got it. And I was like, well, we're high-fiving, bro. Like,
Yep.
same shit.
Yeah. Oh, what a
And then I watched it, and I was looking at it with my eyes. I wasn't looking at it because, like, everybody's like, well, why didn't you pull out a camera and get a picture? It's like, fuck, dude, that's the last thing you think about. Like, I promise you, it is the last thing. Because you're like, first, like, what the fuck is that? And then you're like, oh, my God, look at that. And it still only happens like that.
Yeah.
And Justin and me didn't talk for like 5 or 6 hours. We walked back to the campground. I eat a fucking half a Chiba Chew, which is like these edibles, but they're Tootsie Rolls, and they're supposed to be taken in 6 pieces.
Oh, God.
They are delicious.
I ate half of that son of a bitch and laid in my tent, bummed out, dude. And like, I was just fucking laying there, and I felt like I like glued to the tent, the bottom,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But then a bear and cubs come by and we're sniffing around, and I'm just laying there like whatever. Justin went and locked himself in his fucking van. He was like, "Fuck you." Like dude, it was just like
He was Geschwin in that
it
one.
was demoralizing.
Oh, my
I
God.
just like,
Was this before or after your father's footage?
oh, this is right after I won Bigfoot bounty,
You would have had the next best footage as well.
like dusk time,
Oh,
and
perfect,
the speed that it ran across, that right there sold it. You know what I mean? But it was just so much disappointment.
Yep.
It was rough, but we were able to find some tracks from that whole little sprint thing.
That's sick.
Yeah,
can we,
that
can
was
we
pretty
sell
cool.
prints of that? Anybody wants these prints? Can we make them for them?
No, they weren't casted.
Oh, okay.
Like Justin wasn't
Fuck
about
you, then
that.
you can't have any.
Yeah, Justin wasn't about casting. It's so weird. You meet some people who are just like, whatever.
Really?
Like when we first went to Barry and Derek's.
Yeah.
We found a legit fucking track running up this hill, and we're over there looking at it and shit and examining it, and they're laughing at us. Look, you're so worried about that.
Yeah, I was standing in that track. That's how. Well, that was one of them.
Wait, why were they? So they wouldn't let you cast it, or we didn't have what we needed?
They thought it was stupid. Well, we didn't have nothing on us, and we're like, hey, we'll go to a hardware store. Can we go back and cast that track? And we kept trying to for the rest of the trip, but they would not take us back. It was a waste of time because they seen them all the time.
Mm.
And it's like, bro, you can collect evidence, but then they have this evidence. You know what I mean? That they're not sharing.
Yeah.
Joey.
Well, so they already believe, so they don't need to.
Paul, you're shaking your head on that one.
So you said you
You don't think that they have the evidence? You've seen the evidence. Truth be known.
Gonna have to cut that out.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
That's why we don't let Paul talk.
All right, let's. UFOs, anybody? UFOs.
What were you saying,
Sea
Matt?
serpents,
What were you
ghosts.
saying?
Well, my question is all right. So Joey, you're a skeptic. When you put your foot,
He's a hot
in that,
skeptic.
Yeah. When you put your foot in that track, like, what did you think about that? As someone who thinks that this is for the most part.
So I wasn't like, I don't know, it's hard to explain because they're like in the zone. They're like, oh, fuck, there's a trail right here and fucking Bigfoots do this and walk through this.
There was a
and
trail right there.
There was.
Right.
Like I was
But
like,
I'm,
hey, there's
but
another
I'm
one.
sitting there
There's another
looking.
one.
I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. There's a trail right here, like in every forest there is. But then I'm like, they're like digging around in the grass, and I'm just standing there watching them with the camera, And I'm like, I shifted my foot, and I was like, that feels like a fucking footprint under my foot. So I start like moving my foot around in it, and I'm like, I think I'm standing on one. And they both ran over. We pulled it back, and sure enough, it was the imprint of a big fucking foot.
Yeah.
Hence why they call him Bigfoot.
yeah,
But
It was some
I was like,
hard-ass
what the
Kind of
soil.
fit.
Small toes.
yeah. But
I mean-
but like, was that a moment for you where you thought like, okay, maybe there is something to this stuff?
I don't know, because we couldn't go back, so I couldn't further.
That's fair.
That was the
I guess
problem with it.
personal investigation. I couldn't look at it again.
Because I'll share something interesting. I'm not really big on casting tracks. If I get the chance, I get one that's decent enough. I'll do a digital cast, like with a 3D scanner app of some kind. But
Millennial.
most of the really, it comes down to I don't want to freaking carry all that stuff in my bag.
Lazy.
That
We don't
and I
never
don't.
carry it with
I'm
us. It's
not
always
doing it.
Well,
Yeah, we always
you gotta
have to
send somebody back.
Well, the other part is that down south we don't really have good substrate. Everything is wet every time I find it.
Yeah.
It's either super hard and there's like maybe
what
a
she said.
slight,
It's super hard
like a
and
slight
wet.
imprint, or it's like super wet. And if I wanted to cast it, it would never hold.
Yep.
So it's
Like slip and
I had to
slide
find
wet.
a different way to do
or-
it.
I think it's genius. I do.
I found like a little trackway out in like Big Cypress area.
Nice.
They were like 7-8 inches. They weren't too big, but they were definitely way deeper than like, unless there was somebody who was maybe like 200 pounds, but also had super small feet and was like running through mud.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else could make something like a track this deep. You know what I'm saying? And there was it was completely flat. There wasn't. I can show you guys the digital scans if you ever really want to look at them.
No, we don't.
Not at all, actually.
Bring us the cast. We'll talk about.
Liar. Lazy liar.
We don't look at
But-
pictures.
But the
Right,
point,
we'll
like,
look at
Did you draw red circles around them?
How about a cast?
a little bit?
Can you blur them out for us
Are
first?
they pixelated?
Well, slightly.
All right, perfect.
Full on blurred. now.
That's how you know they're real.
Right.
Yeah,
Full
man.
on
They're
blurred.
fucking blurred.
It's the chip in the camera, man. I told
Yeah,
you this.
that's
last-
true.
last-
Chip.
You
in the
educated us last time, gentlemen.
But yeah, place like in Nebraska, they don't really have that excuse.
The ground was hard as hell.
It
Like
was
the
it?
only way that there were tracks is that there was rain, but
Well, it was cold too, so the ground might have been frozen.
maybe.
Because
Yeah,
it was
think
cold.
about that. Well, I don't never think about that shit because we don't deal with that down here.
Yeah.
But it was annoying that they were like, we see it all the time. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck, dude, you could have some very important pieces to the puzzle here that you don't care about.
They were that way with the lights, which blew me out of my socks. Like, no big deal, let's go.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
that about
That's just eye shine.
oh, dude, well, whatever it was, you're right. They're very like casual about it, but maybe that's because it is true. It's just all the time. Like for us,
I don't
how often
know.
do we get anything?
I don't know. I didn't leave there with the same thoughts that you did.
Well, yeah, but you blazed the trail that opened it up wider for us. So thank you. And
Well,
bummer
yeah,
you didn't
but
get.
still, like, I don't know that anybody that went with us left with that idea that you did when you left. Now, the second trip may have been something completely different, but like, there was times. Okay, so like the lights you saw in the place you saw them.
Yeah.
If you walked up to the ledge, there was a whole row of lights. Now, I know you describe them differently, but there were lights there because then there was another time they were telling us, that's light shining right there, and we're like, that's a house. We're looking at it on the GPS. They're like, no, there's no house back there. James just blazes off out there.
Sexy back.
And it's a house. And then that was like a red line.
Well, I'm sure, but we went back the next day, and it went down before it went way up.
Yeah, but that was the thing, though. You had to walk a ways back up and down these hills, and then on the ledge, once you got the ledge, you looked over like this valley, and there was all these lights out there. It was almost, I think, a train track ran through there, wasn't it?
And you're sure it's the same spot?
Oh, I'm absolutely
The
positive.
Bigfoot playground.
Yep.
Bigfoot playground. Oh, well, it blew my mind. I got freaked out. I couldn't
It was
believe
also 19 degrees, and I was fucking miserable.
Oh, it was cold.
It sucked. Dude.
Yeah, it was bad, but amazing experiences there. I don't know. I've never. You guys all find all these tracks. I don't think I've never.
The tracks were legit. I won't say it was like Dogman Hills, what they call it. The tracks were legit.
Oh yeah, we went to Dogman Hill. Yeah.
They wouldn't take us back.
Oh really?
The whole time I wanted to go back and cast them tracks. We were going to ride up into Omaha if we had to, or wherever, and get casting material and cast those tracks. They would not take us back.
Yeah, I wonder if they find it like disrespectful or they just don't care.
No, they were making fun of us.
They don't care.
Yeah, they were making fun of us.
They were making fun.
Because you were so pumped about it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you weren't. They were.
He was pretty pumped about it too. Like he was standing in one.
They kept I forget what they kept calling us. Kept calling us something where we'd get out of the truck. and be
Crackers?
Like, oh my God, look at this and this thing, and they're like just laughing like a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, I wish the behind the scenes would have made it out and shown what the actual vibe of that place was.
They would all be better.
Because whatever the cut is not what that vibe was. It was a lot of tongue biting. It was a lot of tongue biting.
Well,
Yeah.
it's mixing. That's oil and vinegar. It's oil and vinegar. But it worked. It works. You got, like I said, you warmed it up for a second trip. It showed me a lot of crazy stuff.
Did they show you the main event?
Yeah. They definitely.
Did they show you the top part of it?
They teased. No. That's the Holy Grail. You can't do Holy Grail. But like, dude, James was touched in that house. He actually had a mark on the back of him. So unless he's BSing,
The spirit activity doesn't mean nothing though. Like I'm.
well, but it's still a big deal. I'm just saying
I'm
it's
pretty
active.
positive we could get something in any location in the country, right? The spirit activity seems to not be in like, well, we're in a haunted house. Well, you're also in. You can do it at your own house. I have successfully done it at different houses that I've lived in here recently.
Yeah, but so there was some links to the sessions we did in one of the houses to some of the Bigfoot evidence.
Right. That's the part that like throws you sideways,
yeah.
right? It was weird. I know it was all weird, but because they were like, I don't know. We didn't have no Bigfoot activity. We had some ghost activity when we went to that cemetery that was in the middle of the woods.
Yes.
We heard like this weird ringing.
And remember the fly, like the
Yeah.
buzzing flies.
Buzzing noise, but like
Ooh, that
we were
sounds like
hearing like a
weird.
singing bowl.
Amityville.
Because I went out there and did my singing bowl, and then we like hear a singing bowl in the woods.
Ooh.
They were waiting for you. You called them. Oh, hey, we're here.
Yeah. It
That was-
basically something like that.
That was after we pissed off, what's his name?
Oh, we pissed him off too. So there was this guy there. I won't say his name, but he wanted me, Bill, and Joey were going out there to film a bit. Right? We're going out here to do a little investigation, and this guy's following us up the hill. And who was it that said it first? I think Bill's like, "Hey, bud, it's just us. You can't go with us."
Yeah.
Not trying to be rude.
Mm.
But, hey, we're filming this bit out here. You got to hang back.
Okay.
We go a little bit further. The guy's still following. Bill asks again. And then I think he had to ask him, like the third time, Bill was like, "Hey, bud, are you hearing me right now? You can't come with us." And then he got livid.
He was like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah, and turned around and walked off and then got back at the truck and was like, it was a big deal when we got back. I didn't even think it was that big a deal, man. I know you're upset, but
I can't believe you didn't
Like,
take
wait.
me with you.
Like he took off and left us. Like we had a couple trucks, but he left.
he got in his
So
truck.
you got your way. You got what you needed.
We
you just
what
got it
we
with
needed,
fireworks.
But it was just like, well, fuck
Yeah,
it.
but the guy didn't have to be so rude about leaving.
So here, okay. So to tie this into Finding Bigfoot, they say that the reason that show, one of the main reasons it was such a success, was there was an underlying current of mutual hatred, let's just say, for everyone kind of at different points, big personalities, and that even though they didn't show it, you could feel it. And so sometimes like a very emotional or just high powered, I mean, you guys, but you did bite your tongue. And I bet you they were biting their tongue for what it was too. And the fact that you two could even
I wasn't
meet and
saying
mix.
fuck the Stacey Browns of the world to Stacey Brown's face multiple times.
but
Fuck
what's
that
funny
guy.
is that's
How many
you
ti-
though.
honestly,
That's you.
Honestly, how many times was it said? And don't exaggerate. Just give a number on that.
I
you can guess.
don't even know.
Oh, it's so funny.
It was
I
a
heard it
bunch.
several times the second trip.
But what's funny is
I'm
they're
like,
giving
what the
you
hell
you.
did I do? Like, people don't understand what making a relationship with people who do not like white people
Well,
is about.
no, they obviously listen. They walk with God, right? So they
They aren't naturally.
no, they work on it. They work. Dude, we're all hotheads. Let's just be honest. We're all red-blooded, alpha, toxic, masculine males, and that's just the way we are. So you mix two ones that aren't around, and they're going to poke. And it was his house. And what I want to say is, you were respectful because he did come at you. But he's also you because you say fun fucking shit like that and just bust people's balls 24/7. So it's ironic. I think.
Well, I ended up leaving with a reservation name. They called me Sugarwood,
Which is awesome.
right? Like they told me how to pronounce it and everything. So it was cool. It was all cool. But like at the beginning, I didn't come in there pushing no buttons. I was like, I'm gonna be chill, respectful, all that. And then it's just like this onslaught of bashing me repeatedly, singled me out and just bashing me. And I'm just sitting here like, fuck, dude.
We gotta like those mosquito things, man.
I'm
Holy
biting
shit.
my tongue, and then I'd love it because he would say it, and then he would say, but I must stay humble and show respect. And I'm thinking to myself, do you know what those words mean?
Right, you're using them in the wrong order right
Like,
now.
do you
sir.
know, bro? But it
Those
was
two guys are so full of themselves. It's like, Jesus.
It was an ego thing. It was an ego
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
But it balanced you guys. Like I said, you blazed a trail and you were able to do something that most people can't do. They can't get through like that. And we got through. We got farther than Meldrum. We got farther than Igor, however you pronounce
Well,
it,
so like Meldrum,
which is amazing. Oh, and by the way, that guy, when we went back the second time, he apologized. He said, I might have lost my cool there and misunderstood. I felt like I was disrespected because
was
it was my
it
thing.
the same guy?
Wait, oh,
No, he
Say-
wasn't even there.
oh yeah, he came back.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah, he
Okay.
came,
He
kind
came
of a
back,
nervous, twitchy energy.
And it was this
Yeah, okay.
big, long, awkward apology.
But we did. And like,
He didn't mean he didn't
And
mean a
none of
word
the guys that he got pissed off at were there.
Right, he didn't mean a word of it.
Right? You're apologizing?
No, they were there.
No, me or Bill were not there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
y'all weren't there.
Yeah, none of the guys that pissed him off were even there.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like a big deal when he came out there too.
I bet it was. Yeah. I mean, I'm
So-
cool. I'm cool with those dudes, but
No, they're cool with you too now.
it
though.
was
They are.
just it was that breaking down of that. Like I had to bite my tongue. I never in my life bit my tongue no shit like that, ever.
Well.
Swear to God. And then that and the full just brunt of it because it was all week. And it's like, hey, we're going to film right here in 10 minutes. And then
Yeah.
dude's like gone for 2 hours. He went to get a sandwich. And it's like, we got dinner. This lady's cooked dinner all day. Dinner's taking too long. He went to get a sandwich. And now he's gone 2 hours. And it's like, we're freezing to death.
So what we learned on the first one, because you had to charge through that, is they don't stick to schedules. So next time when we went back, we had to flow with them, and we just flowed with them. We had a rough schedule, but we flowed, and it
That
worked
is
better
also because
because we didn't
you
push
don't know how to
anything.
keep
You
a schedule.
basically stumble fuck through all the shit
It was a
to make
fucking
it so we could
boxing
do it.
match
I know.
between me and Bill. They were only cool till after that.
Oh,
We
and-
had our slap boxing match out there in the yard, and after that, they were like, fucking good with us.
so
They didn't want to
didn't
get slapped.
I didn't understand it.
Did you have to do slave labor when you went out there?
Yes.
it's called community service.
Yeah, we had to. He was like,
I got to use a chainsaw.
We must
and I
go
got to
build a
help
handrail for
beautiful
my
older
sister.
lady, take care of her yard.
We got to build a handrail for somebody, and I promise you, the last fucking person you want on this planet building a lady who can't walk too good is a fucking handrail is me. Here, me and Corey are out there, and we're building the handrail. The stuff that the paranormal stuff that happened in the woods with Corey was cool.
Yeah.
He got freaked out, didn't he?
Yeah, he got freaked out legitimately, and I mean we didn't have nothing in the way of Bigfoot.
Well, that was the first time I ever seen eye shine. And for people listening, like we went to the Macy Reservation twice. There was a first team that went, which you can find on YouTube, right? What is that under?
OutKasts Paranormal.
OutKasts.
Secrets of the Ci'Tonga.
Yep. So you can follow it there
Ci'Tonga.
and follow this tension that was there and see Stacy actually hold back for the very first time in his whole life.
Oh, it got cut all out. That's what I was saying. The behind the scenes was the film.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? Like, Stacy, how do you feel? They've only said "fuck Stacy Brown" 47 times right to your face.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's like, how do you feel, Stacy?
I feel wonderful.
I don't know,
thank
guys.
you.
Maybe I should go back to Florida where it's fucking warm and like I could go to work and make money instead of sitting out here not getting paid. And
And can take a jab. But so then we went back and oh my God, thank you for going through that. Because if we went, we could have run into the same shit, you know. But we knew you figured out some tricks. Anyway, Macy Reservation, the second one, Ci'Tonga, Bigfoot Spirits and Faith. It is on Amazon. You can rent it now.
yeah, it's on Amazon. It's on Tubi. It just launched on Tubi. So if you have Tubi, you can check it out there. But we're about at our limit. We got to get going. Why don't we close the podcast out with the trailer from Ci'Tonga?
Ooh, that's a
And
nice
then that way y'all can, you've heard a little bit behind the scenes. Now y'all can go check it out and see what you think for yourself. So until next week, we're out of here. OutKasts Paranormal, follow us on all social media. Share this shit, please, and give us a review. Thank you so much.
And also new merch in the store.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the merch store.
Get it?
Merch store, them Skunk Ape Tarot card t-shirts dropped.
Them bitches
Sexy.
are tight.
That was a badass.
Yeah, them bitches are tight.
So, right on, everybody. Check y'all next week.
They, them, us.
Squatch out with the crouch out.
But the fact is they've been, timing-wise, really wanted to get their story out there, but what's super important to them is doing it the right way. And I'm trying to figure out through these conversations, what is the right way? Like, what's he getting at?
If any man lack wisdom, let him ask, and upbraideth not, and the truth will be given. Faith is like a muscle. You have to build it, man. You have to build upon it. You know, they chose who they wanted to interact with.
Let us know that you're here any way you want to. Man, I'm shaking, dude.
And I guess I'm blessed, you know, to be able to have had that experience.
Someone poked me in the back? Yeah. I did.
Here's what I know. Now what's freaking me out is I saw a lot of lights. I didn't just see the two pairs. There was so many lights that I was like, it just has to be houses because that's too many lights.
I thought maybe you were shuffling here and Terry was there, and then I took my hood off. Literally, someone was walking right down in there.
Really intelligent beings. They knew who maybe had the truth.
It's compassion for our people is what it is that keeps us going.
I really started to feel something, and I thought, this is where it's at.